We're going to continue with the show. Tyler, we are back. Thanks for sharing that moment with me. That song, when we came out of commercial break, song number 3, what was that? It was beautiful.
That was Break Free. That is like the single off that album. And there's a music video that will soon be released for it. So,
how do you get a music video made? Do you
know the right people?
Okay, I was going to say, do you just hand your brother a camcorder and be like, let's go? Or do you actually like get professional people?
I got professional guys for this one.
Nice.
I had a music video just after I was here the last time, which was done with like handy cams and camcorders.
Yeah.
It didn't turn out that great, but this one's going to look really good, and it's turning out nice.
You never know, because a lot of artists try to like do it themselves, and sometimes it's a home run, and other times it's a fail. So I always kind of tiptoe around, like, did people know which way to point the camera when you were doing the video? But so you knew some people who were actually like trained properly, and so what was the premise of the video?
It's about a teenage kid, and he has kind of a rough time, as a lot of teenagers do. And his dad's kind of like an abusive alcoholic, and he turns to music to kind of like break free from all the negativeness around his life.
A little dark, but is that what you're laughing about? Does your music have kind of a dark tone? Is that when you sit down and write? Or you're like, this is not going to be a Tyler Gilbert party song. This is
They end up being darker than I hope, but one of my goals for my next album is to be a little happier.
Yeah,
not so dark.
Okay, but well, I mean, it makes sense with your influences. But is there stuff in your life, like Regina is a pretty happy place?
Yeah,
you just keep yourself, like, you board up your windows just to keep with your theme of writing dark music, or
no?
That's just naturally.
I'm just a really happy guy, actually. I don't know why I make such sad songs.
Must come out in your songs, and that's why you're happy.
I guess so.
See, I write really happy songs, but I'm miserable as a person, so that's probably, it makes a lot of sense. Okay, I'm really afraid we're going to run through time. I say this every week. It's just always like, the conversation's going good, and then I realize we haven't had a song for like 20 minutes, and the show's over, and they're like, I thought I got to play 8 songs, and I'm like, sorry, I didn't shut up. So, song number 4, before we take our second commercial break.
This one is another unhappier song.
Another unhappier song?
Unhappy.
Okay.
Is unhappier even a word?
I don't know.
I don't think it is. But
okay.
It's called My Lucky Can, and it's about 2 drinking buddies, and one dies. And the other one goes to his grave to have a final drink. They both drink Lucky Lager, by the way. And so he has a final drink of Lucky. That's why it's called My Lucky Can.
Well, I'm sad, but you're telling me to stay happy, so take it away, Tyler Gilbert.
cover the ground that marks the spot we gather round your cemetery plot. You can win this place. You can win this place. It's coming round one more time. It's coming round one more time. And I know I'm no longer thinking clear, and I know I have seen your face out here down in the bottom of my lucky can, the bottom of my lucky can, and I know I'm no longer thinking clear, and I know I have seen your face out here down in the bottom of my lucky can.
You are watching Stripped Down with Regina's own Tyler Gilbert. We have to gear up for our second commercial break, but before we do that, I want to touch on something I pulled off your website. You see yourself as a mellow, comical person. I don't think I've ever seen the words mellow and comical back to back like that. How does someone pull off being mellow and comical? Because usually funny people are like really outgoing and slightly annoying.
That's sort of true, I guess.
It's really true.
I'm just mellow by nature.
We are spending 60 minutes with Regina's own Tyler Gilbert. Let's jump right into this. Brand new disc.
Pretty new, yeah.
Pretty new?
Pretty new.
It was new when you wanted to come on the show like 6 months ago or whatever. And you're like, hey, I want to promote the disc. And I was like, you know what? We're losing our audio guy in a few months, so we're just hammering out full bands for the next 4 months. But you were a trooper. You were like, book me for February, March. I was like, well, all right. So this show was booked a long time in advance. But I'm really happy you're back.
Yeah.
Again, it's been a few years. So what is new about this album compared to what you were playing last time when you were on in 2009?
There's a lot more instrumentation on this album than the last one. There's a lot of I added a lot of orchestration, like cellos and stuff like that.
What drove that idea?
Listening to certain guys like Damien Jurado, he uses a lot of, like, he's a solo acoustic basically with a lot of orchestration. And so besides that, there's a guest appearance from, or guest vocalist, I guess, from that I went to high school with, and she's just got a great voice, and I had her on one of the songs. And just a lot of guitar tracks and harmonica. There's a bit of harmonica on it.
This is very, very like Saskatchewan. Can we get a shot of this? Zoom in, Alexa. Oh, some good zooming right there. Where was this taken?
Actually, a hill that's no longer there, right by the North Rochdale Walmart.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
They ripped it down though.
And now there's what, condos there?
I think they're gonna build.
Oh, isn't that always the way? It's like that Joni Mitchell song no one likes.
Yeah.
Like paving a parking lot or whatever. Okay, so this you're still progressing from here though. You're still like what's?
I like to see like every album be a bit different and have something new on it. And so the next one it'll have a bass player and drummer and.
Yeah, I was gonna say because you're building the band like we talked about
kind of
that before.
Bringing it back, and I still want to have the solo aspect to it too, just because diversity I like a lot.
So the big projection 2 years from now, where do you see yourself? Like what does the band have? Full on horn section, and or are you gonna keep it?
Maybe a pianist.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's get to more music, man.
Okay.
That song you played before the commercial break again was about.
Yeah.
A beer between that was a sad story. I don't want to go back to it.
Well,
but
this one's a little happier.
okay.
This one is about Regina, actually. It's an older one. I might have played it on the last time I was on here.
The 63rd episode of Strip Down
Yeah.
back in 2009.
maybe.
What's this one called?
Familiar Streets.
Familiar Streets.
Yeah.
Tyler Gilbert, take it away, buddy.
I've been round this block before. Old familiar streets I roam. A place that I'd like to call my own. Stays the same as the world changes, and we're here somehow, and we're here right now, and I don't recall what it is about this place we call home. And every crumbling brick tells a story about familiar streets. Dusty streets and worn out signs puts my mind at ease. Broken sidewalks fill this town. Forgotten beauties this land carries, and we're here somehow, and we're here right now, and I don't recall what it is about this place we call home. And every crumbling brick tells a story about familiar streets, and I don't recall what it is about this place we call home.
Regina's own Tyler Gilbert singing a song about Regina.
It is about Regina.
That's awesome. What is it about the Regina-Saskatoon rivalry? Because I love Regina, but you know, during that song, there was some drunk, angry old man yelling at his TV going, "Shut up, Regina sucks!" And that was probably my father, but there was probably someone out there doing that. So what is with the rivalry?
I'm not sure, but there does seem to be some kind of rivalry there.
I don't know why that is, but yeah, again, I love Regina. So what's the focus on Regina? Like, what do you tell people of Saskatoon that Regina's awesome because?
Tall. I'm obsessed with tall buildings, and I like the tall buildings. And
Tall buildings.
downtown
Regina has tall buildings. That's the best. That's what you got.
That's all I got.
You moved from Calgary to Regina when you were young with your family.
Pretty young, yeah.
Pretty young.
Yeah, moved here because of family and with family. So
Yeah. Was it a shock going from Calgary to Regina?
I have to admit, when I first got to Regina, I didn't overly care for it, but it's sort of growing on me, and I'm starting to like it now.
See, I had to think. I was stumbling through the last question because I couldn't remember if we talked about the Science Center on air or before we started rolling. But we never had to actually have this conversation on air. I love the Science Center.
Yeah.
Like my
Fun
son
place.
wants to go there every few months, and so we make it out there quite often. And yeah, they've got the IMAX and everything. And
Yeah,
I
they
really
are.
wish that rivalry wouldn't exist between us.
Yeah.
Where
We need to. bond together.
We've almost taken Stripped Down to Regina a few times, like for access communication, and done it out of there, but it's always fallen through, which is too bad.
Didn't know that.
What Regina acts and bands should be on this show?
Should be on this show.
I'm putting you on the spot right
that
now.
haven't already been on?
Yeah, or we'll just throw them out there. Maybe you don't know. Because we've had, this season, we've probably had the highest percentage of Regina shows.
Okay. A good friend of mine, which I actually toured with last year, he should be on this.
What's his name?
TB Judd, he goes by.
TB Judd.
And I was just talking to my other friend, who we went on tour also last year, Megan Nash, which she told me that she's...
2 weeks from now, we will have Megan Nash.
Yeah.
Megan Nash will be episode 149. So we'll leave that one on a high note, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, she's a great singer and great songs, so that'll be good.
Oh, yeah.
And who else should be there? Dustin Ritter Band is pretty good.
He's coming.
Is he?
Yeah,
first
week of April.
Oh, okay. There's so many good.
Bam.
so many good ones from Regina.
Nice. Well, go back and tell everyone who will listen about Stripped Down. Not just musicians, just anybody. Just be like, you got to watch it. It's on Access Communication. If you know how to play a instrument, go down there and be on it, because we're hoping to come back for season 6 in a big way. There you go.
I'll spread the word.
That's my ramble about Regina, Saskatoon relations, and it wasn't my first, and it won't be my last. Where do we go from here? Before we take our last commercial break, what's the next song?
Next song is it's another new one.
Okay.
Eventually I'll play another one from that album.
Okay.
But this one is another new one called The Way the World Works.
The Way the World Works.
Yeah. No, I don't know how it works, but that's the name of the song.
Okay. Take it away, Tyler Gilbert.